let's go.
Hi Victoria,
Hi.
Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. Thanks.
Here we are at the Lab Camp in
Awesome.
2024 edition in Greece. Are you enjoying the camp as a teacher?
So I have to say that it was my first ever drum camp.
Okay.
I never been this kind of situation that I was a teacher, you know. So I was a teacher in Poland, but it was like a mini workshop. It was like just 1 hour or 2 hours.
Like a clinic.
Exactly. So for me, it was like totally something different and new. But I really wanted to create something different, maybe because I knew that I'm not into chops or technique stuff. So I really want to show you my students different perspective, maybe sounds, different styles of music.
Yes.
And I really want to give my heart and to spread the message of the music, spread the passion. I really want to, encourage you to feel more, to maybe, add some body to it, like feeling, groove, pockets. That's the aspect I really love about drums. So that's why I really want to, add to my class.
Level that you found here?
Yes.
Well, it's good. It's
I have to say very high, and the most important thing was that you were so involved, and for me that was the most important thing, because if I will see that, oh, you are here and I'm not into drums, or I don't care, about funk, reggae, or pop song, I don't want to play. So for me, it's if I can see the passion in your eyes and you really want to, learn something new.
Yes.
That's the most important thing for me.
During the lesson, you talked a lot about your recordings and your being creative behind the recordings.
Yes.
There is some process that you follow, that you do, or it depends on the situation?
So my idea was I really want to think outside the box. So for example, if you really want to add video or social media, so I think it's nothing special right now if you're playing on drums, for example, So that's why I really want to show you that you need to think in a different way, to show people that, okay, we can create something different. Maybe I will have your attention, so you can stop. Okay, I will watch your videos. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe reverb, delay. And I really love recordings because you can learn something new. So you can practice your time, you can practice your sound, you can practice, playing with the different styles, for example, you need to use your ears, you need to use your eyes, you need to use your creativity, because you can add some plugins and etc. So, and I think it's not something difficult, because you can buy even one microphone and you can, record yourself. And I remember one student today told me that, oh, that's a great idea to buy one microphone, because I thought that, okay, I practiced this groove. Okay. For me, it was perfect, but when I recorded it, sounds terrible.
Yes.
The
entire drum with one microphone.
Exactly. Yes.
Pretty hard.
It's pretty hard, and you can, experimenting with the different tuning. You can add something to your drums. Remove head or change the microphone. It's a beautiful world, I think.
And you studied for it, or you're self-taught?
Self-taught, to be honest. Yes, I always analyze different drummers, and I try to kind of copy sound, But I never study how to do that, how to maybe add compression or something like that. I was always using my ears, to be honest, and I try to find this kind of sound in my head, and then I tune it, snare drum, put it something, remove something, I change the heads, for example. Right now, one of my best friend, he's one of the best like mix engineer in Poland.
Oh, okay.
So right now I'm studying with him, and every single day I'm learning from him. So okay, Victoria, you need to maybe add something different to this kind of like drum. Please change the microphone, etc. So I'm more into mixing right now because I was like always like okay, changing microphones, but what about like mixing drums?
Very cool.
Like, very
and you also use it on the social media?
Yes, that's kind of my strategy. I don't want to say like it's kind of like secret, but I really want to, I really want to have attention of people, because it's easy right now to scroll your phone. It's like okay, another like cover, okay, halftime shuffle. It's boring. Everybody the same, and after like 10 videos, I don't remember the sound of the first drummer or like the third drummer, because everyone sound kind of the same.
Yes,
I don't know.
Similar. Yes.
Exactly. So that's why I really admire my favorite drummers, because they have a specific and unique sound. Yes. I'm looking for my sound every single day. It's not easy, but that's why I really love sounds. But because this is, I think, different, to find different like sounds. And even, of course, we are talking about drums, but you can create different sounds using different things like percussion or like beer or like even like sticks. That's the first sound. That's the second.
Heels. Shoes.
That's the first sound.
Okay. Might explode.
Oh, sorry. Or like shoes,
no, I'm joking,
claps, like here. That's the, a lot of like
creativity.
Sounds. Yeah, you can add some octaver, reverbs, and
that's cool.
That's something different.
Thinking out of the box.
Exactly.
Okay. Simple question.
Yes.
Why reggae in Poland?
That's interesting question. So we have this kind of like, I think, rule in reggae that during the 3 minutes or like 4 minutes, you need to play very simple. So even if it's like one drop, so it's like so during 3 minutes, you have to play the same rhythm, constantly.
Precise.
Sometimes you will add, feels, but because of that, you need to control yourself that, okay, I will not play, feels or like another like lick or something like that, because I need to be focused on that kind of like feeling. And also I love reggae because of the story, because this is like Jamaican music, and they have a not easy history because of this kind of like music and population. So I really love to read something more about the history, because I can feel more about this kind of like music. I can understand more why they play like that, or why is it like this kind of like feeling, and it was like always interesting for me because of also like this kind of like specific feeling in reggae. It's not like in pop music or like in funk that you need to play on top, for example, but also like specific sounds and simple thing. And for me, one of the most important things is like less is more.
Okay.
Yes, that I really love songs, and I really love to support like band and singers. So that's why I choose reggae, because I really want to show drummers that we are here to support the band, singers.
Yes. Not only ourselves.
Exactly,
when
we can add some feels, dynamics, but I know that a lot of drummers maybe thought that, this is so simple, but one of my favorite drummers, they are, into like simple things, but with the great pocket, groove, feeling, and that was my goal here also.
So maybe tomorrow, Victoria Bialic tour in Jamaica.
Oh, why not?
You're so young and so talented in what you do. What do you expect from the future, from your musical career?
So I have to say that music for me is like the journey. I'm not into this kind of like career, because it wasn't like my goal into like music. Because I don't want to be famous, I don't want to be rich.
Oh, okay.
Because I treat music like a journey, like a steps. Okay, so I really want to be more into like a session. Like I really want to be like a session drummer, because like I said, I really love songs, and I think it will be hard for them to judge me how I looks like Like for
Yes.
example, about my character or like about my hair or like my eyes. So they will only judge, you know, the feeling, groove, sound, for example. So I really want to record more because I really want to give my heart. Also, I really want to support other drummers, you know, because
Okay.
I'm into this kind of like community that we are here to create something incredible rather than it's a competition.
Yes.
I'm not into this kind of like situation, so I prefer, you know, to support people because when I was like even younger, my favorite drummers support me, you know, and I thought that they are so, you know, like stars, but they were like normal, you know, people.
Human being.
Exactly. So they support me. So right now I want to really support another drummers. So yes, so song, studio, or maybe like touring. I really want to see how it looks like, you know, be on tour in a different country, for example.
There's an artist in particular that you're looking forward, you
Yes.
hope to tour
Yeah,
with?
I would love to with John Mayer, but I think
Okay.
I don't know. It's like impossible.
You have to
know.
take the place
Yeah.
of Kit Carlock, I
Yeah,
think.
and Aaron Sterling. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So that's kind of crazy, but we need to, you know,
Who knows?
think about it and dream about it. So I think everything is like possible if we will, you know, work hard and we will, you know, be creative. So I think everything is like possible.
Can you give some advice to the young generation, the younger drummers around the world for being better musician?
I would try.
Okay.
But always this kind of like question is very difficult for me because I don't think that I'm a legendary, you know, drummer. So
Okay.
I don't know if I'm ready to give some advice because I'm every single day also like I'm working on my kind of like stuff. I know that I'm not perfect. So but if I will need to decide what kind of like advice, I would choose like start to buy one even microphone, you know, and start recording yourself even with your phone, like one microphone. It will be awesome to hear sound, your groove, pocket, and try to maybe, you know, play more in a band. Usually we practice alone, you know.
Yes.
Some licks, some grooves, and then when we are in band, it's a totally different story, yes? So we need to listen to another like musician, singer, so we need to support them. So if we will have this kind of like chance, you know, to be part of band, it will be awesome. Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you
Thank
so
you
much.
so
That
much.
was the last question.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you. Okay.
Hope to see you guys in Italy. Please like, subscribe, share this video
Ci vediamo.
in Italia.
Ciao ciao.
Ciao ciao.